Been talking about my old buddy Beth Grant, who is she's the only famous person I know in Hollywood, and she is very famous because she's we were talking about it earlier this morning. She's been involved in so many super hit movies, and with the Academy Awards this week, everybody's thinking about all the Academy Awards. Beth Grant is one of the only living actors to ever appear in 3 Academy Award winning pictures. She was in No Country for Old Men, she was in Rain Man, and she also was in The Artist, and she's also been in other movies that have been nominated, like Little Miss Sunshine and Rango. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left coast, here she is, East Carolina, one of East Carolina's finest graduates, Beth Grant. Good morning, Beth.
Go Pirates!
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. I just am homesick hearing you talk. I just want to be right there, having some good old Eastern North Carolina barbecue.
Well, we've had you on the show over the years, but we haven't had you on recently. So let's don't take for granted that people don't realize maybe that you grew up in the Eastern North. You actually grew up in Wilmington, right?
I did. I went to high school, New Hanover High School in Wilmington on Market Street.
Yeah.
And then my parents moved later to Kenansville, and so after I was in college, and so I'd go home on the weekends to Kenansville. So I have a lot of friends there too, and then I really, lived in. You know how it is when you're on the 5-year plan at ECU, you kind of live in Greenville.
Yeah. Well, and we haven't the official announcement hasn't come out yet about Dr. Leo Jenkins, who's about to be honored by the state of North Carolina, which we can't tell everybody. Well, we can't say any more than that right now. But you had a great history with Leo because you and Leo's daughter were friends. As I understand it, used to hang out. And when Leo was out of town, you used to party at the chancellor's house. Is there any truth to that?
Well, we might have done. We might have done once or twice, yes. We might have slid down those banisters a few times, yes.
Actually, I think Chancellor Ballard comes down from the upstairs like that now.
Don't doubt it. Henry, I won't, obviously I know you can't talk about what you've done, but what you have done for Dr. Jenkins and this award that's coming up, I am so grateful. I literally have tears in my eyes. I am so grateful for him to get the recognition that he has deserved, and I know his family is thrilled, and he was such an incredible leader, not just for East Carolina, but for Eastern North Carolina and for North Carolina.
Yes, he was.
And we just need leadership like his so much, and it's just great for you to give him that acknowledgement. I thank you for fighting for that.
He's always been one of my heroes, as you know. And if you went to school at East Carolina when Leo Jenkins was the chancellor here, you kind of get that. If you didn't, you might not get it. So anyway, I'm thinking that it's time for Leo to maybe get more recognition statewide than he's gotten. All right, let's talk about you. You've got I want to talk about all sorts of stuff. I know you were just in New York. I'm a huge Breaking Bad fan, and I've never asked you for anything, but one of these days I want you to introduce me to Bryan Cranston. I know you and Bryan Cranston are buddies because you were in that sitcom Malcolm in the Middle with him for all those years.
And our daughters played soccer together.
Is that right?
German Park. Yes, they sure did. We used to sit in fact, I remember very well sitting on the soccer field with him right when he was testing for the pilot for Malcolm in the Middle. And it was directed by my friend Todd Holland, and this is how loyalty sometimes works. He had done a student film for Todd Holland, and Todd remembered him and brought him in on Malcolm in the Middle, and of course that changed everything. So, yeah. And I tell you what, if you meet me in New York, and we'll go see All the Way, written by my friend Robert Schenken, which Bryan is starring in, I will take you backstage and introduce you to Bryan. That's a promise.
Now, I'm telling you, you just said that on the radio. You cannot back out. I will do that if I can meet Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Michael,
and I'm gonna
write that down.
In New York in May. I'm gonna be in New York in May.
All right, Debbie and I are coming. I want to meet Bryan Cranston. God bless you. All right, hey, what's going on with you? You've got a new project that we wanted to let everybody know about. You've got a new movie. It's kind of an interesting project. It's called Blues for Wilmedine. And I know it's something that you're doing right now, and there's some pretty, not only Beth Grant, but some other pretty big name folks in this movie that you're producing.
Yeah, well, Octavia Spencer, who won the Academy Award for The Help,
Yeah.
plays my best friend and sort of is my advisor, I would say. And then Dale Dickey, who people might not know that name, but she was on True Blood. She was one of the shapeshifters. Now, I don't actually watch True Blood. I'm sorry to say. I did a little piece on there, but I don't actually watch it. But
I actually watched True Blood, Blue, and the kid from Greenville that I've told you about over the years. That's a good friend of mine, Jim and Katie Ward's son, Jay Ward, James Harvey Ward, had a recurring role in True Blood. So,
how great!
So another Greenville connection to True Blood.
Oh, isn't that something? Well, I didn't realize that. Oh, I just don't watch. I honestly don't have time to watch much television, and it's the kind of thing I think you have to watch week after week. And we don't have HBO. I know that's a blasphemy,
what?
But we're cheap.
I don't believe that.
Character actors we've spent our lives being on a budget, and even though, we obviously are in pretty grateful, good shape right now, it's still, we have all these little habits. I still use coupons at the grocery store. Michael laughs at me. But when you're a character actor, honey, you never know when it's coming again. So
yeah.
So Dale Dickey, who's one of the shapeshifters, and now she's on Justified. She has a 3-episode arc on Justified. Again, I'm not quite sure what she's doing, but you would know her face. She was in Iron Man 3. She's been around for a long time. A lot of people get us confused. In fact, we made a deal because we both have that kind of from the wood face, with sharp angles, and so we get compliments for each other. So we learned a long time ago just to say thank you so much instead of trying to explain that that's not really me. And we have the same thing with Melissa Leo. The three of us are often confused. One time I was at one of Melissa Leo's own premieres. Flight, that movie Flight with Denzel Washington.
Oh, yeah.
And people kept coming up to me afterwards and saying, "You were so great movie." I said, "Thank you so much." Because I don't want to give her a bad reputation, for being me.
So Blues for Wilma Dean. Now, the distribution on this is a little different because it's available
very different
in Walmart stores, right? Tell me about that.
It is. Well, it was a play here in Los Angeles. I bet you remember this because it had a really fun title. When we did it, it was called The Trials and Tribulations of a Trailer Trash Housewife.
Yep.
And it was a big hit. We won every award you could win in Los Angeles. We were thrilled to have a hit play. It's very unusual in L.A. to have a play that runs that long. And when we made the movie, Dale Shores, who did Sordid Lives, which is a very popular movie in North Carolina. I know because I get the fan mail to this day. It's the same, redneck humor.
I was going to say, is it the same kind of feel as Sordid Lives? Because that was hilarious.
Well, it has a lot of really funny stuff in it, but it is a serious piece, which is why we changed the title. Our sales rep said, it's misleading because Trials and Tribulations of a Trailer Trash Housewife sounds like a comedy.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of humor, and it's great humor, but it is a serious piece because I play a battered wife, and it has violence. It is very R-rated. It is not for babies.
Yeah.
It's not for children. It is, there's 3 very violent scenes, but there is a lot of great humor that is like comic relief, and then there's this great blues music that kind of, takes the onus off of it. So it's palatable. It's a real simple story about this one woman who is battered and who finally finds a solution to her situation. That's all I'm going to say. But
okay.
Yeah, we did the play, and Dale had dreamed of doing the movie. And actually, my cousin Bobby Reardon in Atlanta had been approaching me for years about doing a movie, and we had thought about a lot of different stories, and then Dale was willing to do this super, super low budget, and he did the script, and so we did it on a shoestring, and we shot it in 15 days in Atlanta. They have a studio there called Screen Gems. Yeah, Screen Gems. And we shot in East Point, Georgia, which I used to live in East Point, Georgia. I couldn't believe it. We were driving to location, and I said to the driver, I said, "Where are we?" And he said, "East Point." I almost fainted. I couldn't believe my life had come full circle. But so we shot it there on a shoestring. We were able to get Octavia Spencer, who had been in the play, And it was just when The Help was just coming out, so she was huge. And the fact that she still did it for us, I still can't believe
That's
she
awesome.
did it.
It's
Great
called
loyalty there.
Blues for Wilma Dean. And
Willadine.
And
it's at Walmart.
And it co-stars you and Octavia Spencer from the Help. And now the only place you can get it is Walmart. You go in and buy the DVD, right?
That's the only place, and it's not in every store, but I was looking at the list, and it's in Kinston, and it's in White Bull, Elizabeth City. I'm trying to think the closest places. Ahoskie.
But I saw, that Greenville wasn't on the list. Why is Greenville not on the list?
I don't know why Walmart chose those stores. I mean, I think there's kind of sending the flag up to see if anybody salutes. So I'm hoping people are saluting. There's so it's only 700 stores. I didn't even know Walmart.
Well, you need to tell Walmart to get it in the Greenville stores because there's 2 Walmarts here now. Yeah.
I know it, and my friends have been to that store and haven't found it. You can also get it on Walmart.com.
Okay.
You can get it on Amazon.com.
Okay.
And you can download it on iTunes.
All right.
And it's a shoestring budget. It's the production values are fabulous considering what we shot it for. It is shot on film, which is very rare, because our line producer got us a really good deal to shoot on 16 millimeter film. So it does have a really nice look for a low budget movie. But it's rough, but it's funny.
I'm gonna go get. I guess I'm gonna have to download it if I can't, unless I can go to Ahoskie to the Walmart. Or Michael, maybe you can get me one at Wilson.
Well, you can't. I mean, they deliver them pretty quickly. Amazon, I got mine. I sent my brother Bubba in Raleigh 2 copies, and he got his right away.
And the Raleigh Walmart stores actually have it. I think that's interesting. They've got it, but the Greenville. Well, we got to work on that. All right, it's called.
There's several in Raleigh.
It's called Blues.
And you can request it. Blues for Willadine.
Blues for Willadine. Willadeen. Are you Willadine?
I am Willadine.
You're Willadine.
Right. One of my few leading roles, because I've made my living as a character actress, as I said, and so this was a big deal for me to do a lead. It really was, and
well, that's awesome.
It's been quite a journey. It's been 2 years, but we did it, and it's very hard to get a movie made, and we did it, and it played in theaters. It did very well in Los Angeles. Played Palm Springs, Dallas, a few locations, but it's very hard without the money for advertising. So it's very grassroots. Let's call it that. It's a grassroots movie.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Well, if you're in it, I guarantee it's good. I'm just looking over this list. People may not realize, how many unbelievable movies you've been in. Rockstar, The Rookie, Speed, A Time to Kill, Our Very Own, Sordid Lives, Extract, which was a funny. Was a very funny comedy with another guy who's a friend of yours that I want to meet, Jason Bateman.
Oh, I love him. And we've got a movie opening March 14th. I have just a tiny cameo. I just did it for him called Bad Words. And again, that's very R-rated.
It's bound to be funny, though, if you and he are in it. But the other thing too, are you doing any TV? Because I'm looking down your TV credits. You Justified, You've been in Modern Family recently, Mockingbird Lane, Pushing Daisies, The Office, Dexter, Grey's Anatomy, Jericho, Malcolm in the Middle, My Name Is Earl, King of the Hill, Criminal Minds.
My God, I'm 102.
But you've been in everything. You've been in every TV show. No, are you doing any TV things that we can look for coming up?
I'm now a regular on a TV show called The Mindy Project.
Yeah, that's on Fox, right?
And we have a new relaunch on April 1st.
Yeah,
we had a hiatus for 2 months, and then we finished the season April 1st. There are, I think, 7 or 8 more episodes. And I play a cranky old nurse. It's a fun part. I only get like a line or 2 per episode, but they're usually zingers, and I'm having a great time. There's a lot of improv on the show, and so I've learned a lot. And it's all these young kids, these hot young comic actors. A lot of them are stand-up people and people who have done improv. And here comes the old lady trying to keep up with them, and it's been quite a journey. I've really learned a lot from them. I've been doing it for about 1.5 years. So
we'll look for you on the Mindy Project as well on Fox. But go to Walmart and buy the DVD or download it from Amazon or iTunes. Blues for Willadine, starring East Carolina's own movie star Beth Grant. And Octavia Spencer from The Help. And God bless you. It's great talking to you.
Oh, I love you. I love Greenville. I love everybody. I'll be there soon.
Yeah, I know. I heard you're coming. We'll talk about that too. But we'll get you. We'll get you down here, and your brother Bubba's a huge Pirate fan. He comes to all the games, so that's kind of neat. All right, Beth. Thank you, dear. Good luck with the movie. That sounds like a lot of fun. Blues for Willadine.
Thank you so much, Henry. Love you guys so much.
All right. Talk to you soon.